So this is a rocket stove I built out of scrap metal, and the way it works, you can build these a couple different ways. If you build them in a V, it feeds itself, but then it's hard to clean ash out as you go, and if it's L-shaped, you have to manually feed the fuel in, and it makes cleaning the ash out difficult. This way, it self-feeds. You know, as long as you keep something in here, it self-feeds. It burns here, and then I built a little tool to pull ash out of there. And then it's also got a socket on it for adjusting the height of these bolts to level it. And the reason for those bolts to level it is I put these two plates on here. You can set a pot on here. The fire and smoke can still come out. You can cook with it. You can heat with it. You can burn lawn waste with it, and it's super efficient. It'll run on nothing. We're actually just going to run it on some twigs and tree bark that we found in the yard, and I got a few dry leaves I'm going to stick in the bottom, and then I'll throw those twigs in there and then start it up. And what it does is, as the heat rises up the stack, it pulls new cool combustion air in here, and it burns really efficiently. So we'll go ahead and fire it up and show you what that looks like. Okay, so this just started rolling. Once you get it burning good and hot, once you get the actual rocket stove heat soaked a little bit, that smoke goes down to basically nothing. It's just smoking right now because it's a little wet. It's not quite built up the fire yet, but another thing is you always want to keep your air inlet pointed into the wind, so the wind's blowing in there and helping this thing go. So again, you can feed it on twigs, sticks, dry grass, anything, and it'll burn it. So see, as the fire picks up, that smoke goes down to basically nothing. So that's the rocket stove. You can build it out of round, square, rectangle, anything you got. A couple of cinder blocks. Take a stump and drill a hole into it in two different directions and make one that way too. Then you know, this is reusable. Obviously a stump wouldn't be. So yeah, you know, start showing smoke. You just need to throw some more fuel in there, burn it right up. Works great. So yeah, that's just a little rocket stove project. Million variations. They're super easy to build yourself. Good starter project.